Chosen one, there comes a time when the whisper becomes a call, when the call becomes a command, and when the command becomes the final reminder. This is that moment for you. You have been guided, warned, prepared, strengthened, and carried. You have heard many messages along your journey, but this one carries a weight unlike the rest. It is not another suggestion, not another encouragement. It is the final reminder before the door opens into what you have been waiting for. This message comes not to inspire lightly, but to mark you deeply. It is the last piece of instruction before the next chapter begins, and you cannot afford to miss it. Chosen one, before I go deeper, stay with me until the very end of this message. Every word carries energy that your spirit needs in this moment. And write in the comments your warmest wishes and 144. This is not just interaction, it is activation. Wishes are seeds, and this number is alignment. When you release your intention in this way, you are sending energy into the universe that will return multiplied. This is not about chance, it is about connection. By speaking and writing your wishes, you are releasing vibrations that shape reality. The chosen do not simply wish, they declare, and the universe responds. Now, chosen one, show your light by liking this video and subscribe to the channel, and let's step into this together. Now listen carefully, chosen one. The final message is this: you cannot remain the same. The season of delay is over, and the season of preparation has reached its conclusion. Everything you needed to learn, you have learned. Every wound that needed to teach you has spoken its lesson. Every delay that was meant to strengthen you has done its work. Now is not the time to hesitate, not the time to question, not the time to retreat. This is the time to step fully into what has been spoken over you. This is the moment where alignment becomes action, where waiting becomes moving, and where faith becomes fulfillment. Do not think for a moment that the final message is optional. It is not. Final messages are the last reminders before shifts that cannot be undone. If you miss this, you risk misunderstanding what is about to unfold. That is why it is urgent. That is why it carries weight. This is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. When heaven speaks a final message, it is because the moment has arrived. The delay is gone. The doors are opening. The scene is unfolding. And your spirit must be ready to step through without hesitation. Chosen one, the final message is simple but sharp. You have everything you need. The enemy has tried to convince you that you are not ready, that you need more, that you must wait for another sign. But the truth is this: heaven would not speak a final message if you were unprepared. You are more equipped than you realize, more ready than you feel, more aligned than you think. The journey has not been random. Every moment was shaping you for this exact point. The doubts you carry are lies. The readiness you feel in your spirit is truth. Trust the truth. This final message also carries a warning. Do not look back. What is behind you cannot serve where you are going. The pain, the losses, the betrayals, they taught you, but they cannot follow you. If you try to carry them into the new season, they will weigh you down and delay what is meant to flow freely. The final message calls you to release. Release the fear. Release the shame. Release the resentment. Release the excuses. You cannot enter destiny carrying dead weight. Let it go, chosen one, because tomorrow cannot wait for yesterday. The final message also whispers this: pay attention to alignment. The people, opportunities, and doors that open in this season are not coincidences, they are assignments. You must have discernment to know what belongs and what doesn't. Not every open door is your door. Not every voice is your confirmation. Not every connection is divine. This final message is God's reminder to you that discernment will protect you as much as courage will carry you. Listen closely, observe carefully, and trust what your spirit confirms. Chosen one, this message is not to overwhelm you. It is to strengthen you. You are standing at the edge of what you prayed for, and the final instructions are given so you do not stumble when the moment arrives. You are chosen, and being chosen means carrying responsibility. This is why you had to endure what others could not. This is why you were tested where others were not. This is why you were separated when others were celebrated. It was never punishment. It was preparation. And now, as the final message comes, it is proof that the time has come for the unveiling. Do not ignore the urgency of this word. Final messages are not repeated endlessly. They are spoken once, marked in your spirit, and then the moment arrives. This is why you must listen now, why you must hold it close, why you must act without hesitation. Because the chapter ahead is not waiting for you to wonder. It is waiting for you to walk. And walk you must, chosen one. This is your time. This is your alignment. This is your moment. Do not miss it. Chosen one, the weight of a final message is unlike anything else. It signals the closing of one cycle and the irreversible beginning of another. There have been many whispers along your journey, countless reminders that felt like warnings or encouragements, but this is different. A final message does not come to prepare you for more waiting. It comes to alert you that the waiting season is finished. This is why your spirit feels restless, why your dreams have become more vivid, why your thoughts seem sharper and more focused. Heaven always stirs the chosen before a shift. What you feel right now is confirmation that you stand at the threshold of something irreversible. Understand this: cycles must end before new ones begin. You have been walking through a cycle of preparation, of pruning, of refining. It felt endless at times, as though life kept repeating lessons and holding you back from movement. But chosen one, the repetition was purposeful. Every cycle was sculpting you, breaking patterns, and reshaping your identity. You are not the same person who entered the last season. You have been refined by fire, and now you emerge carrying a strength, wisdom, and clarity that cannot be undone. The final message tells you that cycle is closed. You will not return to it, and because the cycle is over, chosen one, the familiar weight you carried will lift. The heaviness that sat in your spirit, the constant tension you lived with, the uncertainty that clouded your days, all of it begins to dissolve as you step into what is next. The final message is not only a reminder of what you must do, it is also a sign of what is already shifting. The old chapter has no authority over you anymore. Its power has ended. You are free from its grip. The final message also comes as a warning against hesitation. Many chosen ones miss their moment, not because they are unworthy, but because they hesitate when the door opens. Fear whispers that the timing is wrong. Doubt says you are not prepared. The enemy will try to convince you that this door is like all the others that shut in your face. But chosen one, this is different. This is the door that was always written for you. This is why the message is final. It is heaven's way of saying, this is it. walk through. Do not think of final messages as endings only. They are also beginnings. The final message marks the conclusion of lessons, but also the unveiling of fulfillment. It is not just about letting go of what was, but about embracing what is now unfolding. This message is not a farewell. It is a coronation. It is the reminder you needed before stepping into the role that has always been waiting for you. The end of cycles is not death. It is birth. Chosen one, reflect on what brought you here. Every hardship that tried to break you, every betrayal that left scars, every delay that tested your patience, it all had a purpose. The pain was not meaningless. The silence was not empty. The rejection was not wasted. These were the building blocks of the chosen. And now, as this final message arrives, you realize that nothing was random. Everything was alignment. Every struggle was preparation. Every tear was watering the ground you are about to stand on. The final message is simply the seal upon what has already been written. This is why you cannot miss it. This is why your spirit must remain alert, your eyes open, your ears attentive. Final messages are not loud. They are precise. They will confirm themselves quietly in your spirit, through signs, through people, through whispers you cannot dismiss. Pay attention, because the confirmation you seek may not come in thunder, but in a whisper so gentle only the chosen can discern it. Chosen one, the final message is not meant to scare you. It is meant to awaken you, to awaken the faith you buried under fear, to awaken the courage you silenced under doubt, to awaken the strength you thought you lost in battles that drained you. This message is your awakening, your reminder that you are stepping into destiny not half-ready but fully prepared. The cycle is over. The next chapter is here, and the time is now. Chosen one, when a final message is spoken, it does more than close cycles. It separates distractions from destiny. You will begin to notice that certain people, habits, and even environments no longer feel the same. Conversations that once entertained you will suddenly drain you. Places you used to fit into will now feel too small. People you once leaned on may begin to fade from your path. This is not rejection. It is refinement. The final message draws clear lines between what can continue with you and what must be left behind. Do not fight this separation. Too many chosen ones delay their rise because they try to carry everyone and everything with them. But not all were meant to cross this threshold with you. Some people were lessons, not lifetimes. Some environments were classrooms, not permanent homes. Some habits were coping mechanisms, not permanent practices. The final message is God's way of reminding you, do not cling to what is finished. If you try to take it with you, it will become a weight instead of a blessing. This is why your discernment is so important now. Final messages reveal true motives. You may see people's hearts more clearly in this season. Some will celebrate you sincerely, but others will grow uncomfortable as your light shines brighter. Some will applaud your rise, but others will secretly resist it. The final message exposes this, not to break you, but to free you. Chosen one, do not be surprised when you see people for who they really are. It is all part of the revelation you need before stepping into destiny. And just as people are revealed, so too are opportunities. Not every door is divine. Some are distractions dressed as opportunities, designed to detour you just before your moment arrives. The final message sharpens your vision so that you do not confuse delay with destiny. Pay attention to what aligns with your spirit. If peace does not rest on it, it is not for you. If your inner voice warns you, listen. In this season, obedience to discernment is as important as courage to act. Chosen one, final messages also refine your focus. For too long, your attention may have been divided. You tried to please everyone, chase everything, or carry more than your portion. But now, the message comes to bring clarity. Your assignment is specific. Your purpose is sharp. The distractions that once blurred your vision will fall away, and you will see your path with a clarity you have never had before. The fog is lifting. The confusion is ending. What once felt complicated will now feel simple. Move forward. Do not underestimate how powerful this focus is. The enemy cannot stop the chosen, so he tries to scatter their attention. But once your focus is sharpened, you become unstoppable. The final message calls you into that kind of clarity. It calls you to put your energy where it matters, to invest your strength where it multiplies, to pour yourself into what was written for you. Nothing more, nothing less. And chosen one, know this: separation is never loss for you. It is positioning. Every connection that leaves makes space for alignment. Every distraction that fades makes room for clarity. Every ending paves the way for a greater beginning. Do not mourn what is gone. Celebrate what is coming. The final message is not about taking from you. It is about preparing you to carry more. So when you feel people fading, when you sense environments shifting, when you notice your heart moving away from old patterns, do not resist it. This is the final message doing its work. It is cutting away what cannot enter your next chapter, so that you step into destiny free, light, and unshakable. Chosen one, the final message does not only separate what no longer belongs, it also reveals what has been hidden within you all along. You may not realize it yet, but every challenge, every delay, every silent season has placed tools, strength, and wisdom inside of you. The final message is heaven's way of saying, look within, because everything you need is already there. You are not stepping into the next season empty-handed. You are stepping in armed, equipped, and prepared in ways you cannot yet see. The chosen often underestimate themselves. Because you have spent so much time in waiting, you convince yourself that you are unready. Because you were overlooked by others, you assume you lack value. Because doors were delayed, you imagine you missed your chance. But chosen one, the final message exposes the lie of insufficiency. You are not behind. You are aligned. You are not unprepared. You are sharpened. You are not forgotten. You are remembered. The strength you carry is proof. Think of all the battles you've survived. Some should have broken you, but you are still standing. Some should have silenced you, but your voice is still here. Some should have stolen your hope, but your spirit still burns with vision. Chosen one, this resilience is not accidental. It is your weapon. And now the final message comes to remind you that the very things you thought disqualified you have in fact prepared you. Every scar is evidence that you are stronger than the battles that came against you. The final message also reveals wisdom. Wisdom you didn't know you carried until you needed it. Look back, chosen one, at how you handled storms differently than before. How you now pause where you used to panic. How you discern where you once rushed. How you have learned to wait without despair and to act without fear. This wisdom did not come easily. It was paid for in tears, in patience, in endurance. And now it becomes your guide. The final message makes you aware of this gift. because in the next season, wisdom will protect you as much as strength carries you. Chosen one, the message also reveals authority. Authority is not given to the chosen because of titles or recognition. It is given through survival. You endured what others could not. You carried what others abandoned. You stood where others fell. That authority now rests upon you. When you speak, people will listen differently. When you move, atmospheres will respond differently. When you show up, environments will shift. This is not arrogance. It is divine weight. The final message reminds you of this authority so you will not shrink when destiny demands your presence. And do not overlook this. The final message reveals clarity of identity. For too long, you may have questioned who you are, wondered if you truly are chosen, doubted the whispers of destiny over your life. But this message seals it. You are chosen not because you are flawless, but because you are aligned. You were not selected for perfection, but for purpose. Your rise is not about proving yourself. It is about embodying what was always written for you. The final message settles this question forever. You are chosen, and nothing can change that. So, chosen one, as you carry this message, hold it tightly. Let it remind you that you are not stepping into the next season uncertain, but fully prepared. Let it remind you that you are not lacking, but equipped. Let it remind you that you are not ordinary, but set apart. This is the last instruction before the unveiling, and it is designed to awaken your confidence, sharpen your focus, and align your spirit. The tools are already in your hands. The strength is already in your bones. The wisdom is already in your heart. The final message only reveals what was always there. Chosen one, the final message is not just for you. It is also a signal to the world. When heaven speaks a final reminder, it is because what is about to unfold is not meant to stay hidden. Your rise, your transformation, your breakthrough is not a private event. It is a broadcast. The final message prepares you so that when the unveiling happens, it will not only mark your life, but awaken the lives of countless others. Understand this: the chosen are never elevated for themselves alone. You were never meant to receive only to keep. Your journey is designed to become a mirror, a sign, a testimony. Others will see you and remember what is possible. Some will watch your rise and find permission to dream again. Some will see your survival and gather courage to endure their own storms. Some will witness your fulfillment and finally believe that delays do not mean denials. The final message positions you not only to walk into destiny, but to embody it so powerfully that it shifts those who encounter you. Chosen one, this is why the weight of your story matters. Every moment of pain you thought was wasted becomes proof to others that nothing is too broken to be restored. Every delay you thought was pointless becomes evidence to others that timing is perfect. Every scar you carry becomes a map for others to find their way through. The final message is God's way of saying, I am about to use your life as evidence. That is why you cannot miss it. Your life is about to speak louder than your words ever could. This is also why the final message demands your readiness. Because when the unveiling happens, eyes will be on you. Some will admire, some will question, some will resist, but all will notice. The chosen do not rise quietly. The shift is too great to be ignored. That is why you must prepare yourself to walk boldly into this chapter, not shrinking back, not hiding, not second-guessing. Your alignment is bigger than you. It is a light meant to ignite faith in others. Chosen one, the final message is also a call to responsibility. Influence is not about recognition. It is about stewardship. The lives that will be impacted through you are not by accident. They are by design. The people who will watch you rise were meant to see it. The ones who will be stirred by your story were chosen to cross your path. You are not only stepping into destiny for yourself, you are stepping into destiny for those who will find theirs through you. This is why your obedience matters. This is why your courage matters. This is why you cannot afford to ignore what is being spoken now. And here is the mystery. Much of the impact you will have, you may never see. Some who are awakened by your rise will never tell you. Some who are inspired by your breakthrough will never cross your path again. But the ripple of your alignment will travel further than you realize. This is why the final message is urgent. It is the last reminder before your life begins to awaken multitudes in ways you cannot measure. So, chosen one, hold this truth. The final message is not only for your ears, it is for the world's eyes. It comes to prepare you for the day when what has been hidden in silence will shine in public. It comes to remind you that your story is bigger than you, your rise louder than your silence, your breakthrough more powerful than your pain. This is why heaven whispers, "Do not miss this moment." It is the turning point, not only for you, but for many. Chosen one, the final message is the seal of destiny. Once it is spoken, once it is received, there is no going back. The old cycle is complete. The preparation is finished. The pruning has done its work. Now comes the irreversible shift, the moment where heaven's decree becomes reality in your life. You have waited, you have endured, you have grown, and now you stand in alignment with the very thing that was promised from the beginning. The final message is not just words, it is the unlocking of fulfillment. This is why it carries such urgency. You cannot afford to overlook it, dismiss it, or treat it casually. The final message is heaven's last whisper before manifestation. It is the final nudge before the doors open, the final reminder before the scene changes, the final instruction before the stage is revealed. To miss it would be to step into the next chapter unprepared, to carry weights that should have been released, to walk in confusion when clarity has already been given. But to hear it, to honor it, and to respond to it is to step into destiny with boldness, assurance, and power. Chosen one, the seal of destiny is not something the world can deny. When the final message is sealed, evidence follows. Doors open that no one can shut. Opportunities arrive that no man can block. Alignments form that no force can separate. Your life itself becomes the proof of the decree. Even those who doubted you will see it. Even those who opposed you will have no choice but to recognize it. The seal of destiny makes your rise undeniable, your fulfillment unshakable, your path irreversible. This is why the final message carries freedom. It frees you from hesitation. It frees you from the weight of the past. It frees you from the lies of insufficiency. It frees you from the cycles of delay. When the seal is set, you no longer live wondering if you are chosen. You live knowing you are chosen. You no longer move like someone waiting. You move like someone walking in promise. That is the shift, chosen one. That is the power of a final message. It transforms you from a seeker into a fulfiller. And perhaps most importantly, the final message awakens gratitude. You will look back on the journey, the storms, the silence, the rejections, the delays, and realize none of it was wasted. You will see how every closed door led to the right one, how every loss taught you resilience, how every tear watered the soil of your destiny. Gratitude will overflow because you will finally understand why the path had to be what it was. The final message ties it all together, revealing the beauty in what once felt unbearable. So, chosen one, do not miss this. Hold it close. Let it mark you. Let it sharpen you. Let it remind you of who you are and where you are going. This is the last instruction before the unveiling, the last whisper before the announcement, the last reminder before the breakthrough. When you receive it, when you align with it, when you walk in it, you will never be the same again. This is God's final message for you. Step forward, for the time has come. The delay is over. The preparation is complete. The destiny is sealed. And nothing, no enemy, no obstacle, no voice can deny what has been written for you. Chosen one, the weight of this final message cannot be overstated. It is the turning of a page in the book of your life. You have lived through many chapters, endured storms, navigated valleys, climbed mountains, and stood in silence when the world thought you were finished. But this is not the ending. It is the transition into the most powerful chapter yet. The final message is not about what you leave behind, but about what you are about to carry forward. It is the closing of trials and the opening of testimony. This is why your spirit has felt the stirring in recent days. You have sensed that something different is near. Your dreams may have carried strange symbolism. Your heart may have felt restless. Your mind may have been pulled toward thoughts of change. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. Heaven always alerts the chosen before the unveiling. And now the final message comes as the last piece, the final seal, the undeniable reminder. You are ready. The time is now. Chosen one, do not shrink when the moment unfolds. Do not hesitate when the scene shifts. Do not second-guess what is already written. Fear may whisper, "What if I fail?" Doubt may whisper, "What if I am not enough?" But the final message answers those whispers. You cannot fail because destiny is already sealed. You are enough because you were chosen before the world even knew your name. This truth must live in you as you step forward. The final message also prepares you for visibility. For so long, you were hidden, unseen, overlooked. That was necessary for your protection and growth. But now, the covering is being lifted. Your rise will not be quiet. It will be seen, felt, and undeniable. This is why the message is urgent. You must know how to carry yourself when eyes are on you, not in pride, but in purpose, not in fear, but in faith, not as someone lucky, but as someone aligned. The world will see you, but more importantly, they will see the light shining through you. And with visibility comes responsibility. Chosen one, your life will no longer be about simply surviving. It will be about inspiring. Your breakthrough will not only be yours to enjoy, but yours to share. Your story will become a roadmap for others still lost in delay. Your rise will prove that alignment is real, that destiny is unstoppable, that purpose cannot be buried forever. You will be a living testimony, not because of perfection, but because of endurance. The final message calls you to carry this responsibility with honor. Do not forget, the final message is both instruction and invitation. It instructs you to release, to trust, to step forward. But it also invites you into something far greater than you imagined, a life where peace replaces fear, clarity replaces confusion, joy replaces sorrow, and fulfillment replaces waiting. This is not a dream, it is a decree, and when heaven decrees, nothing can silence it. Chosen one, let this final message sink deeply into your spirit. Carry it with you as you step into tomorrow. Let it be the anchor when storms try to rise again. Let it be the reminder when doubt attempts to return. Let it be the proof that you were not forgotten, not overlooked, not abandoned. This is not just another message. It is the final one before everything shifts. Do not miss it. Chosen one, the final message is not just a whisper for today. It is a decree that will echo through the rest of your life. Everything you have endured has led to this moment. Every delay that stretched your patience, every battle that tested your strength, every silence that tried to break your faith, none of it was wasted. All of it was building to this. The final message is not a suggestion. It is the divine seal that your appointed time has come. Your final message is not the end of a journey, but the opening of the greatest chapter yet. Walk into it boldly, for it belongs to you.